Hi, important warning before you watch this video. I know that Warrior Cats is a children's book series, but this is a game that is hosted by an adult and played by adults, so there will be swearing and probably mentions of things that are not safe for work.
Last time on Warrior's New Moon.
We need an army. Elders and kits are hardly an army. Tail, Ratfur, what are you doing here?
We've been navigating the riverbank. Ratfur saw the elders dropping off the cliff and thought maybe there'd be a chance that he could save them. Ratfur perks up for him. We saw them taking something out of them.
It's their soul. I saw it in a dream.
Their souls?
Is that you?
Oh!
No! No fucking way!
Howdy, brother.
What?
Yes! Yes!
Streaking around the edge of Fern Clan Camp can see dark forest cats training apprentices.
What?
You just know that this isn't just the sun, but in some sense it's also your soul.
It's mean.
Through like blood gnashing teeth, he croaks out again to Darkstar, "Run! Run!" And Sorreltail is dead.
Oh, shit!
This flame is growing in your heart, and you can feel it consume you, and this is all-encompassing warmth, and your eyes fly open, and you can see the stick lights ablaze.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can light things on fire. What if I use it wrong? What if I hurt someone I don't want to hurt?
People may get hurt for the greater good, but we have no way of knowing that until it happens.
Okay, I can do this. I can do this lion fire. Yeah.
Duskclover and Darkstar, you guys went just kind of investigating the camps and found that within Fern Clan Camp there were a bunch of apprentices being trained by Dark Forest Cats, and you guys, by some miracle, managed to save all the Fern Clan apprentices you guys saw. With Duskclover literally almost dying, Duskclover, you are still kind of on your last leg here, practically limping back onto the into the safety of the cave, because I believe that's where you guys were headed. Ratfur's with you guys. As for Buttermoss, Grizzlebark, and Applethorn, you guys were with Crashing Water. Buttermoss, you now understand that you can use the light within you to light the torch. Grizzlebark has made his return for reasons that we still do not know, as he, didn't have time to really tell us about it. He seems to be, best way to put it is that he, despite seeing his brother and things like that, he did not seem entirely thrilled to see everybody again. And Applethorn, you went to go hang out with Strawberry Kit, which seems to be the new favorite NPC.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna start us off with Duskclover and Darkstar, you guys walking back into the cave with the apprentices kind of like trailing behind you, Ratfur's helping them walk on inside. And Duskclover, are you like leaning against Darkstar? I mean, you're really badly hurt.
Of course I'm leaning against Darkstar. She's my friend.
Darkstar doesn't love physical things, but her deputy's dying, so.
But she's my friend. We're friends.
They're friends.
Yeah.
She's got, like, 2 kits in her mouth. She's, like, shoving one along. Ratfur's struggling with one, and And she's got poor Dust Clover.
Aren't I also dragging, like, Berry Paw with me?
Yeah, you like really hurt yourself to save all of them. Honestly, I would say Darkstar, that was like a very strong, even though like you kind of might feel some camaraderie with her there because she sacrificed a lot to save her clan. Like it's kind of a, you know, yet again one of those great reminders of why Dust Clover is your deputy.
I said that last session, didn't I?
I guess so, yeah, but like, hey man, everyone three cheers for Dust Clover, like holy shit.
Hearing an approaching group of survivors even, or perhaps enemies, but I hear the mewling of kits, and I know, you know, this is not an emergency situation, but I need to know what's happening. I scamper up this rock over here, getting a good view from across the cave waters as to what's transpiring, and I mean, it looks like you need help, right? Or there's like there's too many kids to go around and injured, right? Did I hear there were injured among you?
Oh yeah.
They're apprentices. Just to clarify, they're apprentices, but though they are small, they were like recently made apprentices, honestly, so they are basically children. But they themselves, at least from your first glance, do not appear to be like too terribly injured, but you do, like once you hop up on the rock, you immediately recognize Darkstar and Dust Clover, and Dust Clover is like bloody. She looks fucked up.
Alright, I'm calling, I mean, I don't, how big is this cave?
It's pretty big. Like, I mean,
Okay.
as you can see in the little picture, you guys are pretty small inside of it.
Uncertain if he can hear me, I call out to my brother. Applethorn, I say, and I quickly scamper over, down the rock and over towards the group to see what I can do to help.
Applethorn walks up to the crowd with Strawberry Kit standing on two legs like a human on his back. Hey guys, we've been practicing this. How you doing now?
Holy shit, that's sick.
Isn't this tough? Wait, check this out.
As she's coughing up blood.
Applethorn whistles, and Strawberry Kit does a perfect cartwheel.
Holy fuck.
And lands squarely on the ground in the Captain America pit.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, do y'all need healing? Because this feels like a good time to get some healing.
I'd love some healing,
For me,
yes,
though,
please.
Okay. Applethorn pulls out the medicine pouch, which is looking pretty depleted by this point, I will say, and passes out the standards, poultices, baby aspirins, and the like.
Aspirins?
So,
Can cats have aspirin?
Probably not. Hey, what happened to you guys? I thought this was going to be pretty standard, but there seems to be more of you now?
I'm vomiting blood.
I come up and I address Darkstar. Is this all that's left?
Well, there's probably more members of our pack spread out, but we saved all the kits. That's the closest we've had to a win in a while. And she'll look at them and they're like little moon blinked asses.
Yeah, I look back at them as well, and I'm wondering, who are these kits? What are they even made of?
Made of? They are
made of cat, dog.
They're just cats.
Cat dog.
And you know Rockpaw. Rockpaw is Darkstar's nephew. Though you may have known him as Rock Kit. As for the other three here, they are other apprentices. I'm sure you'll get to learn more information from our fellow warriors here. But they all have this weird, distant, glazed over look. Like they're not quite there. Something's wrong with them.
I'd actually, I want to see if I can't...
Oh.
I want to see if I can't figure out what's going on with that, actually. I want to, like, walk up to one of them and test the waters a bit, you know. Look in their eyes, wave in front of their face, see what's wrong with them, actually. Is it just, like, cat PTSD, or is this something worse?
Yes, Kate, you can try Veil Vision.
Ooh.
So, you're waving your paw in front of their faces, and they're they are unresponsive. It's like you're not there. They look right through you. Without rolling anything, you're not entirely sure what's going on. Dust Clover, to allow you some flavor. Although I did write a mild description in the, your knack, you can also just have it look however you want it to look, but Dust Clover, what does it look like when you use Veil Vision?
I'm gonna say things become very hazy. The physical world seems like just very soft, but also very, like the edges are not sharp, but the colors are too bright.
Ooh.
So, yeah, and then I can see, like, if I should see spirits, they're sharper and more in focus.
Okay, that sounds sick as fuck. So I imagine you're looking at the apprentices doing this?
Yes.
Yeah. Focusing on the apprentices, you once again see that, like, cloud of smog that you saw around the other cats that were, like, essentially hypnotized. It's hard to see their form underneath it. It's just, again, this, like, swarming ooze that seems to want to overtake them. And every now and again, you could see their eyes, as if the real them are, like, kind of acknowledging you, but they seem covered in it. And if you recall, the last time you tried to touch it, when you had astral projected, it hurt you. Like
a
real.
bitch. Yeah. Hold on, can I see Crashing Water?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck, who is that guy?
Crashing Water. That's my bestie. You're my bestie, but he's my other bestie.
Applethorn says, "Where?" and turns around so fast he falls into the water.
Awesome. Okay, so you're gonna move him, like, over here now?
I'm plopping him in the water.
Yeah. Alright. Sploosh. Strawberry Kiss trying to fish you out right now.
True.
Oh no!
She's like,
Applethorn!
Literally, she's like, Applethorn! Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I best. My brother needs to get to work. I'm gonna help him out.
First thing, can you help me out of the... And Applethorn slips and falls on his ass in the water again. I'm not rolling for this, I just feel like he's doing it.
Yeah, I'm just trying my best. I'm gonna wait till you stop floundering a little bit and then try to pull you out, Give you
I think it'd be funnier if you did have to roll to suck and you ended up making a bad roll and do like a perfect flip.
Failed successfully.
That's how we had Strawberry Kit do a cartwheel earlier.
Dust Clover.
Oh yeah.
Are you looking for anything else in particular? Is that satisfying for you?
Yeah, so there's no actual, like, spirits, like ghouls, like,
No.
Holding on to them. They're just kind of, there's this, like, sort of energy just wrapped around them, but they're, like, and that they're, like, cocooned into.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, you do not see any other spirits, aside from Crashing Water, who is standing near Buttermoss and seems non-threatening, especially after Buttermoss saying that he's her bestie.
He's my work bestie.
So, if I can see him, can I communicate with him?
Yeah, he is willing to talk to any of you guys.
Okay.
Darkstar is not willing to talk to him.
That's true.
Cool.
But that's another problem.
Hey, you, in the island, are you able to help these apprentices?
I don't believe it's within my power, but we'll have to see what we can do. And
Alright, what good are you?
He walks over and he's kind of checking them all out to see what he can do about it.
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
He is just a dead guy after all,
That's fair. That's fair.
Also, Kate, based off of the last message you sent me, I'm gonna give you an out here for a second. Dust Clover, you are so exhausted from your wounds.
Blood immediately pours from my mouth and I pass out.
Yeah, you are feeling so fucking hazy. You just slump onto Darkstar. Like, after being like, hey man, who are you? You're like, like, she dramatically, faints.
Well, it's like My Hero Academia with that blonde bimbo guy, just opens his mouth and just blood just pours out and then immediately passes away. Okay.
Yep.
Hi.
For him.
So I've never seen My Hero. This is in character. I've never seen My Hero Academia, but I don't think that's a good sign. Grizzlebark, can you move her somewhere she's not going to get trampled by all these children?
Maybe
The
you should help
children
me.
who, like,
You have any
aren't
herbs
moving.
with you?
What do you mean? Do I have any herbs? Do I have any herbs? My whole job is to have herbs on me.
Okay,
Grizzlebark,
this guy's yapping. I'm going to go get Dust Clover, and I'm bringing it over to you, Applethorn.
Ratfur kind of speaks up a little bit. He goes, I have some herbs on me.
Oh my God, Bradford!
Oh, Applethorn. Sorry.
Oh my God!
It's so chaotic in here.
I didn't see you. Are you okay? Applethorn nervously paws at Ratfur's face and licks some grime off the side of his neck. What happened to you
later.
guys?
Reunions later. We have actually dying clanmates here.
Grizzlebark, shut the fuck up, you ugly, dirty ass bitch with your ugly ass 2 legs prosthesis and your bad attitude. This is my lover. I haven't seen him in days. I thought he was dead. Can you have some fucking grace?
I'm gonna walk up, and I'm just straight up going to grab one of these guys' packs of herbs.
I'm gonna use the Blackwater's memory.
Oh.
Knack, and for our new listeners, this is a knife that Danny was nice enough to custom make for me. Related to how the lasting imprint of having Blackwater inside of Applethorn's head has left him with some of her skills. He now has 2 extra dice in Pounce and Swipe.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
All right.
Sorry, let me pull up my character sheet. If I fail this also, unrelated, I do get to level up, so life is good.
Well, win-win, I mean.
Damn, I'd be picking fights too.
So what are you doing,
Okay.
Applethorn? Are you just gonna, like, swing at him?
And actually, I think I'm gonna use, Now hang on, it says swipe. What does that fall under?
That's SWAT, my bad.
Okay. I'm gonna use... I think that my odds are actually better with Pounce. So while, Grizzlebark is moving to grab the bag off of, I'm gonna say Ratfur, Applethorn is going to smack the ever-loving fuck out of his hand before he can even touch Ratfur.
Alright, roll to smack the ever-loving fuck out of Grizzlebark's hand. This is
Thank you. I will now be rolling 8d6s.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Boy, does it.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
664-33164. Okay.
A lot of 6s.
Ethan, you are being rolled against. You may react. What would you like to do?
So, swatting my hand, right? Is this gonna, like, damage my ass, or is it just, like, to knock me off?
I mean, depending on Applethorn's ferocity and intent here.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing, Applethorn? Are you, like, moving to kill? Like, what's the body language here?
So, if Applethorn were a human, he would have just smacked the back of your hand while you were reaching for a cookie in what would read as a teasing way, but then keeping his terrible, huge yaoi paw grip on it as he stares you dead in the eyes and says, "Don't touch him."
Well, I'm going to go ahead, and my reaction to this is to touch his ass anyway. I'm getting that goddamn bag. What would be the best way for me to do that, honestly? I feel like a normal reaction would be to hiss, but I think Grizzlebark is like, he's just gonna push through this. May I suggest an endurance roll?
I was going to say strength plus endurance.
There we go.
You have to beat the amount of successes that Max has rolled in order to actually push past Applethorn's grip, is what I'm going to say.
Okay, I'm going to try to break your grip and push past it.
I'm going to say that Max, like, because of all those, like, if we're counting it all up, he rolled 8 successes. So let's see, you've got 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 5, 6, 2, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do not break past his grip.
As you try to push past, though, whatever darkness moved behind Applethorn's eyes for that moment seems to pass, and he blinks, which is, I guess, weird for a cat, and says, oh my, and coughs a little, like there's a bad taste left in his throat. Sorry, you'll have to forgive me. It's been a long day.
Weaken your grip after the darkness there passes?
I think that I'm still holding on to you, except it's now because I need to stand straight.
I'm going to say that Ratfur has he's also stepped back because he's like, what is going on?
Let go.
Give me a second. And Applethorn shudders deeply and then lets go.
You need to help Duskclover. She's dying.
Fine. And Applethorn reaches into this pack and grabs just whatever herbs are on top and pushes them towards Grizzlebark and says, this is what you wanted, right? Now that you're back, they're not going to need me anymore, I'm sure. So why don't you go ahead and take care of the kits and stand up for your clan and do all the shit that you haven't done since you fucked off and ran away for the past year.
All right, I grab the medicine, and I just look at Ratfur and go, Ratfur, come, help.
I'll say as well, Ratfur is going to, like, after that happens, he's going to, he has stepped back because he wanted to give them both space, and he smiles a little bit at Applethorn, he just kind of says, it's okay. It's okay. We'll talk later. It's okay.
Okay. I missed you. Don't let these weirdos give you too much trouble.
Okay.
Darkstar is sitting next to Golden Paw, her own apprentice, but is like kind of warily eyeing Crashing Water, because last time they talked, Darkstar just kind of thrashed around and it was kind of useless. So
yeah,
that's still kind of smarts. That and the actual injuries, she's still kind of just shouldering for now.
Applethorn, make an intelligence plus medicine check for me while I have Crashing Water kind of talk for a second. As he is overlooking the apprentices, his brow furrowed, he's making himself kind of visible to everyone in the room right now, but he still has his weird transparent ghost thing going on. And he kind of gets close to, I'll say, like, Rockpaw, and investigatively, like, kind of extends a paw out to him, but, like, he doesn't get, like, close enough where he's going to touch him, but it does look like he's moving to touch something to people who do not have Duskclover's ability. And then he quickly retracts his paw and kind of, like, shakes it, like he's vigorously, like he's trying to shake something off of him. And he kind of shakes his head and paces around, muttering to himself. You could hear him basically saying, "What is this? What does it mean?"
Darkstar's got her eyes narrowed at him. She's watching every move he's making. What's Buttermoss thinking?
Buttermoss is very worried about Rockpaw right now because, like, he's, like, super unreactive and she can't see, like, all the weird goo stuff that's going on. And so she's just kind of there, like, doing the Winnie the Pooh thing, like, think kind of thing. Like, kept her paw on her head. crashing water.
Yes,
Do you
Buttermoss.
think is lighting up that big stick the only thing I can do with my cool light power thing that you know of?
I do know that you have much potential inside of you. Perhaps you might have the answer if you try.
Oh. Hey, Rock. And she kind of like nuzzles up to him, like, Papa, I need you to listen to me, bud. I know you've been going through some scary stuff right now, but I need you to come back to us, okay? We need all the applause we can get. We can't do this without you, bud. And I kind of like just tap my head on his noggin and try to like get his light or feel his light, maybe with my light.
Can you do a spirit plus focus for me?
Spirit plus focus. It's 46.
Also, Max, intelligence plus medicine.
I would love to do that. Only I knew what
Yeah.
my skills were.
Sheet not popping up for you?
No, I was thinking, to be honest, I was thinking really hard about cars.
Based.
Yeah. Sorry, that's on me.
No, that's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, Buttermoss.
That's okay. That's looking okay.
2413 from Buttermoss. Well, you talk to him, and when you touch him, nothing happens to you. And you can see that crashing water kind of like he's watching you very closely when you do that. And then you see his, like, noticeably his shoulders relax a little bit once you touch him and you seem fine. And, he does not react to you, but there is a quality to him where you could tell he's still there. You know, like, he still has his old scent. You could still pick up Fern Clan off of him. He's still warm, and his fur is still as soft as you remember. There's just something between him and himself, it feels like.
Kind of just starts purring and just kind of rubbing her head and just be like, it's okay, you take your time. I know you're there, bud.
God, Buttermoss is so sweet.
What's going on in Applethorn's little pinhead right now?
Yeah, so you got 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 6, and you are using the help of a poultice, right? Or some manner of medicine. Let me take a look at my rules here, because I'm pretty sure you heal Dust Clover all the way, but let me take a double look-see here. Let's take a look at healing. Herbs and poultices. Okay, 2 extra points. So, oh yeah, she's fully healed.
Okay, awesome.
Alright.
I kind of want to make a faith check, or faith check, and kind of like there is, like you said, there's a lot of mystical things happening in the room right now, and weird things happening. Is there anything going on with Dust Clover in particular, or just in general, glancing around the room?
Spirit plus faith.
Outside, of course, the ghost.
Yeah, outside of Crashing Water, who again, like I said, he has made himself known to all of you at this point. 3, 1, 6, 3, 3, 3, 4. Interesting. Okay, so, looking around Grizzlebark, so I would say you're probably looking at Dust Clover first because you're still standing beside her and then examining the room. Does that sound right? Yeah. So, with Dust Clover in particular, with your kind of stone teller connections that you have, you could tell that there is something up with Dust Clover. She's okay. But it feels as though, like, while looking at her, it's almost like there's 2 of her. It's like she's kind of... her and her spirit are shifting, like, in and out of each other. It's like she's not one, you know? aside from that, looking around the room, the apprentices that are standing there looking dazed, as much as you can see, they seem oddly fuzzy. That's the best you can see.
I'm
Fern Clan
seeing
cats.
this with my eyes.
Yes, with your eyeballs.
Like, this isn't just, the astral vision. This is like...
No, like that's...
This is like straight up happening. Okay, more
No,
weirdness
no,
for sure.
they're not like actually like fuzzy. Like you're not like going, I'm saying this is like a spiritual thing. I mean, yes, you are seeing it with your spirit eyes. Is what's happening.
I mean, to me, obviously things have changed in a, all the two legs have disappeared and the world's dark. We're in the dark forest and it's weird shit's happening, right?
Mhm.
But like, I also feel like there's a degree of combination here where I don't think Grizzlebark especially would so easily almost see these things. Like, usually he blinks and the vision's changed, but he's blinking now and still looking like they're a little fuzzy. Dusk Clover's aura is still manifesting, this is, I don't think Grizzlebark thinks it's just him. I think he thinks something's weird.
Actually, yeah, that is a good point. Because, yeah, Grizzlebark, you do struggle with spiritual stuff sometimes. And honestly, like, the fact that it is remaining constant, it does stick out to you. Yeah, there's something going on, for sure.
Anyway, I want to try to focus on Dusk Clover's aura. And try to, like, see if I can't stabilize it or something, I don't Grizzlebark doesn't know how he would do that, but I think he's just gonna like work on making sure Dusk Clover's okay.
Roll, how would you do this? Like, describe it to me. What does this look like?
I'd close my eyes while looking at Dusk Clover and picture, when you see somebody, like, you're looking at a light or something, right? Or somebody's got like a silhouette because they're in front of the sun. And you close your eyes and you see that silhouette still. That's basically what I'm doing with Dusk Clover here, picturing them in my mind and picturing that aura and trying to figure out what's wrong with it.
Okay, spirit plus focus. Roll spirit plus focus. Like you say you're trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Are you genuinely trying to stabilize her in some capacity?
I do want to stabilize her, but I figured those are one and the same. Figuring out what's wrong with it, what's causing this tear, and also solving that problem are one and the same.
I guess what I'm asking is, what is the goal? Because if you want to stabilize her, then I'm going to ask a very specific thing of you.
I guess stabilizing her, if it's actually something that I can do without really knowing what's causing it, I will try that first.
Okay. Then in that case, roll spirit plus focus, but roll at disadvantage.
Okay, I've rolled twice.
Okay, so we've got 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, let me count these up real quick. Okay, so we're gonna take the first one. So when you are like focusing on her and trying to stabilize her, you could feel like right away you feel some manner of defiance, but it does not feel like it's coming from her. It does not feel like this is Dusk Clover fighting against you, nor does it feel like it's her spirit fighting against you. As a matter of fact, it feels like Dusk Clover and her spirit, while one and the same, are also sort of separate entities, like her and her consciousness. They should be married together, And yet, due to the nature of whatever's going on, it's like the world itself is pushing a barrier against you. And it literally feels like something is pushing you back. And when you open your eyes, you've not moved, but it literally felt like something was like pressing against you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go and check on Berry Paw.
Wait, what? You're awake?
Yeah, she's awake. She's been chilling.
Yeah,
I thought you passed out!
I've been waiting for my turn for a minute.
I had no fucking clue. You just get up?
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay. Everything's fine then.
I'm gonna lick Berry Paw a couple of times, be like, is he gonna be okay?
Rapper looks at you and he smiles. He's like, Well, they are acting strange, but they don't have any physical injuries aside from a few scrapes and bruises. Definitely, the Dark Forest cats were training with them a little too hard than they should have been. But they're kind of brutes. But it seems to be something mental or spiritual. I don't know. I don't understand it.
I think it's spiritual. When I used my vision, I saw this this aura around them, and it wasn't any spirit, but it was a, like, I don't know, I think they're under some sort of hypnosis or some sort of, sorry, I'm eating soup.
It's okay.
Soup time.
Yeah, it's like they're under some sort of hypnosis.
He, lifts his ears in surprise when you say this, and he goes, "You can see it? Are you a stone teller?"
I mean, if I concentrate really, really hard and know I'm not, my bitch granddad is.
Oh. He's, only heard you say rude shit about your mom and your grandpa now, just to let you know. He's just oh, every time. But
I love my mom, but I'm really mad at her right now.
He squints, as if trying to see if he could do it too. But you could tell Ratfur immediately finds himself kind of silly for trying and sighs. He looks at the group here and to Darkstar, and he's like, "Have you seen this before on your travels?"
I saw, let's see, there was the time that I astral projected and I saw all of the cat spirits kind of, well, they weren't spirits per se, I guess. They were more like, I don't know, these horrible, icky shapes that were they pierced me when I touched them. And they were surrounding the cats that were going to the Spire and being kidnapped by Bramblestar's, followers. But this is different. It's more like just it's like they're blanketed in something. I feel like, do we have any, raise a pause, show of pause, do we have any astral projectors in our group here?
Not yet.
Applethorn, I feel like you did a pretty good job at that one.
That's awesome. It's like we planned ahead for this or something.
That's awesome.
That's cool, yeah. I've been waiting around for someone to have me locked up in a cave somewhere and then ask if I could maybe astral project somewhere else with the help of my good friend Buttermoss, who also low-key gets astral with it.
Yeah.
Have we talked about that yet, Buttermoss? You've been getting wildly astral with it recently.
Not intentionally, like you guys do. Wish I did, but nah. I mean, this fire stuff's pretty rad.
The fire stuff is pretty rad.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the only time Darkstar has ever had visions is basically to tell her that Applethorn's going to set everything on fire.
Also, the one where she was literally seeing visions of her own death.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was also somehow Applethorn's fault, I feel like.
Probably. She'll probably read it that way anyway.
Almost
Normal.
certainly. Anyway.
Well, Applethorn, you're an experienced astral projector. Buttermoss and I can't do it nearly as well as you. Do you think that you could go and try to get these, for lack of a better word, these blankets off of our apprentices?
I think I have... Applethorn looks into his medicine pouch, and after healing this group of, 12 people, it is looking really sparse in there, unfortunately.
I mean, shall we go look for herbs and hunt? I'm feeling a little peckish.
Why don't you hunt? I think I have something that might help in the meantime. Maybe I can astral project after we have a little snacky poo, maybe whip up some brunch, make mimosas.
What are mimosas?
It's like a kind of tree.
Oh.
It's got those pink blossoms on it. They smell really weird
Yeah.
in the early summer.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I'm gonna use Starsight and see if I can use that to glimpse through the eyes of our apprentices.
Oh, that's
'Cause I have
really
a feeling
cool.
I have a feeling that they're not seeing what the rest of us are seeing right now.
Okay.
Ooh, good idea.
Who do you want to look
Ooh.
through? Whose eyes do you want to look through?
Oh, there's so many good options that are
Yeah.
really small on the screen.
There's
I think I
Dapple
would
Paw,
look-
Berry Paw, Golden Paw, and Rock Paw.
I think I'm gonna look through Rockpaw's eyes because that kid has been trouble since day one, probably because he's related to Darkstar, and I feel like he's our biggest risk factor here.
Okay. So you look through Rock Paw's eyes. And do you want to describe what this looks like? What cool action is Applethorn doing this? Does he like simply close his eyes, or like does something neat happen?
So I don't think that Applethorn has ever used this knack before. So what I think that it looks like based on the powers of my brain that I'm making up right now, is that he actually doesn't stand next to Rockpaw because kits make him a little bit nervous. But he takes a seat on this cluster of stones over here, right next to the water, and he listens to the water. He lets like the soft lapping of the waves of the shore take over his hearing, and he lets like the weird kind of chlorine-y smell of the cave water overtake everything else that's going on in his nose right now. But he just keeps on watching Rockpaw as Rockpaw like stands there uncertainly and sways a little bit from side to side. And he spends so much time looking at Rockpaw that he begins being able to navigate around Rockpaw's body like he's a 3D model in Blender. And then just sort of drops his consciousness right into his little pea brain.
You are not, like, so you are sitting in front of him, basically, a little ways away, but, like, he would be seeing you right now, right? What you're seeing instead is like, darkness. Like, you can't see at all. You're practically blind.
I think I've realized the issue. Rockpaw's eyes are closed.
Aw.
Happens to the best of us.
Womp, 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 womp. Sure is dark in here.
It sure is. I will say, his eyeballs are actually open, but he's like,
Huh.
you can't see nothing.
Huh. Well, okay, so I can't move his body because I'm not astral projecting. And I can't turn his head to see other things in here, so I'm not astral projecting. This knack sucks, I think, potentially. What Applethorn will try to do is, while he's meditating on it, just do the equivalent of just shouting into the ravine in front of him. And see if anything answers before he just leaves this kid's head, because there's nothing good happening.
Like, do you mean like you are actively shouting, or like are you just like trying to will something to happen right now?
Like, you ever scream inside your head?
Yeah, he's quite literally just screaming inside of his head, and he's sort of astral projecting. So, if that does anything, you would be doing me a huge favor. But otherwise, I am flush out of ideas.
Give me a spirit plus focus, Applethorn.
Oh, I would love to
Spirit
do
plus
that,
focus.
Daniel.
5, 2, 6, 5, 4, 5. Okay. That's pretty good. That's very good. When you do this, you could see, like, yes, it is dark. Yes, it's almost like you're blind. However, have you ever, like, while on a hot day, you could see, like, the heat radiating off the ground? It's like one of those weird visual illusions. it's the same thing with like when you finally pick up that you can see the mist coming off of the rain really close to your face. You're realizing that these particles, these waves are in front of you, and you're realizing that you are actually seeing something. You are seeing something like smog almost warping in front of his eyes.
Do I recognize the structures in this wretched fog? Like, does the fog curl here the same way it does in the Dark Forest?
Yes.
Great. Awesome. Well, Applethorn's gonna cast his gaze around one more time, but he kind of is familiar with, like, when it's dark. Like, he's been awake at night before, so he's gonna leave. This is nothing.
Yeah.
He's gonna pop back out, and do like the 3 rapid sneezes in a row that cats do sometimes, and be like, sorry guys, that wasn't super helpful. It looks like he's like almost blind. There's just dark forest smoke curling in front of his eyes. His vision's completely clouded over. I would be surprised if he knew that he had moved to a new location.
Something's taken over them. How do we crush it out of them?
Well, I have to suspect that we kill the thing that's possessing them, and then it kills the offshoots.
It's Ice Star.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Ice Star.
What makes
Dust
you say
Clover,
that?
don't you remember seeing him when we found them? He was there leading the group that was
Right.
training them.
You're right, you are right.
My father brought that bastard back.
Well, hey, you killed him once. Let's
Yeah.
go for round 2, boys.
It'd be really funny if you got him again.
It didn't exactly go well for me last time.
Well,
Oh, you got lives left.
yeah, and you've got us this time.
Exactly.
Check this
She's
out.
going-
Strawberry
she's-
Kit, do the thing. And Strawberry
Strawberry-
Kit again.
She's going to ignore the fact that she also had you guys last time too, and just let that one go.
Well,
Alright.
we weren't as experienced last time.
Yeah.
How do we kill Ice Star again?
In my experience, ripping his eye out works pretty well.
Slit his throat also works.
We could hit him with the Buttermoss special.
Oh,
I think
God.
they tried to set him on fire.
Well, you saw him, and from my understanding here, you got these kits from him.
Indeed, he and my sister, whose name I can't recall at the moment.
Did he have protection? Can we just walk up and end
Blackwater.
him? Blackwater.
Blackwater. No, the one that you didn't, possess.
Well, she wasn't there at Rain Clan camp. It was
No?
just
Okay.
Ice Star.
I'm almost positive the other sister was there.
Nope.
Huh, go figure. Anyways, Ice Star was leading with a group of evil cats as well.
How many?
We took out a few, but they've no doubt reinforced themselves by now.
Would it bring us any closer to solving any of this?
Well,
If we kill
Probably.
Ice Star and we save these kits, what about the rest of the world?
Well,
Well-
it's a pretty good start.
one thing
Yeah,
at a
like-
time. I know there's
I
no
don't
peace in this world until he's dead again.
Not just one thing at a time. There's only so many of us and so many lives to go through. If we go in there, risk life and limb, will we even have the flesh and will it takes to do anything else?
30 minutes ago, you were telling me to hold off on my big reunion with my friend because there was children to save, and now you're saying fuck them kids?
Actually,
with
I
you?
was talking about
Confused.
the clanmate here that was coughing up blood and fainted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
look.
but then that's one drop in a large pool, so now we need to move on to the next drop, which would be
Yeah.
Ice Star. Like,
Dust Clover loves to martyr herself. That's like her whole thing. Get
yeah,
with the
that's like my
program.
entire arc.
I'm just saying, these kids here, they're not in good hands, but really, we'd only be taking a small bucket, in your analogy, small paw full of water out of the ocean
So you
when the
suggest
ocean
we sit on
itself
our
is still
tails
going
and do
to
nothing?
drown us. I'm saying we can find a better thing to do. Is there a better thing to do? I'm
right,
not even
because
saying
Grizzlebark has all the answers.
As leader, I say Ice Star needs to go.
I'm with that plan.
As far as we know, that's the only way to free these kids. Or apprentices. She, like, shakes herself out of thinking, wow, they look young.
or we could spend time finding. I mean, Ice Star
Or
would be.
you can listen to your leader.
You're not my leader.
You don't have to be here.
Yes, I do.
she's
Everyone
your
who
leader.
has any sense has to be here. No, she's not. I left the clan. What makes her a leader any more than you or anyone else?
Fine. Does anyone else dispute the plan?
I'm behind you 100%, Darkstar.
Darkstar, you know I don't like being behind you, but I'll settle for being at your 6 right now.
Bruh.
You're a team.
Ratfur, can I trust you to watch the kids?
Yeah, it seems pretty safe up here, all things considered.
You'll have Crashing Water with you, I guess. Closes one eye.
Crashing Water's like, yeah, hey.
Wait, I feel like Ashfur could have seen Crashing Water this whole time and is just too chill of a dude to say anything about it.
No, you want to know the lore, actually?
Yeah.
Him and Crashing Water do not like each other at all, so Crashing Water, for, like, the years that Ashwin spent hiding in this cave, literally refused to talk to him.
That's hilarious.
Wait, Ashwin?
That's genuinely funny.
Oh my god, no, wait, I meant Ratfur. Holy fuck.
Oh, well, now you know that. Crashing Water's going to turn to Grizzlebark, and he's like, Grizzlebark, if you are concerned about the bigger picture, as am I, he bows his head. Perhaps if you would like to, you may stay behind and try to figure out some manner that we can reach through the apprentices. They are protected by something that seems to be dulling their senses and their mind, and if there is a way that we can break through it without destroying Ice Star or another cat and wasting more blood, then that would be highly valuable.
Do you think there is a way? Applethorn is the only one that suggested a solution to their plight, and I believe him. I think Ice Star would be a good way to solve that problem. Do you think there's another way?
I honestly don't know. I have experienced great plagues before, but nothing like this. I can only compare from my own life and my own stories, the things I've witnessed, but this does worry me. It does, however, feel far more solvable than the plague that I had dealt with in the past, and that is why I had to resort to greater means. I can only hope, and he kind of like looks over all of you. I can only hope that you may all return safe, and that we can find a resolution that keeps everyone safe, the children included, as they are our future.
Agreed. If you say there's more of them, are they at all, like, can we reason with them? Have they even spoken a word, or are they like these children here? Is Ice Star just another zombie himself?
I believe Ice Star is just another pawn in my father's game. He was a problem before my father rose him from the dead. I am looking forward to killing him again. There is no reasoning with these people.
After Darkstar says there is no reasoning with these people, Applethorn, can you make a spirit plus focus check for me? You feel like weirdly dissociative right now.
That's awesome.
Like, you feel like, after she said that, Applethorn feels like he's wading through fog.
Good news for my DM, I don't think that I just rolled super well on that necessarily.
1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 3, 6. There are 2 6s. Here's a 1. the fog in your brain surpasses. Like, you pass through it a little bit. You still don't feel 100% like you're here. Like, you are aware of what's going on around you. You are still, like, you could see it through your eyes, you could feel the ground underneath you, but you still don't feel like 100%. That brain fog is still there. And as you're standing there, out of your mouth, you say, "What about Blackwater?"
What? Hello? Applethorn turns around really fast and says, "Whoa, did you guys hear that?"
Who said that?
You did. Not you. I mean, Applethorn. I recognized your voice.
Shit.
Isn't Blackwater dead?
Blackwater is dead. I looked into my sister's eyes and I had to kill her again. I know for a fact she is dead.
I know, but I think that's... Sorry, I felt like... I don't know, the thought just came to me. It's just, you know, when I was in Blackwater's head towards the end, there was still some scared kid left in her, and I guess I'm obviously uncomfortable killing Ice Star. I know this is what needs to happen, but I worry about letting ourselves just assume that there's no reasoning with these people. Okay, we don't need to stop and talk to every single one individually. They're still cats, you know?
What I want to know is if we can extract information from them. What's causing this? They're clearly at the heart of this. And you all know more than I do. You've actually encountered these zombies firsthand. Are they even talking to each other? Because it looks to me they're all just thralled.
In the midst of this argument, a voice from the entrance of the cave speaks up.
Warriors, new moon.
Warriors, new moon.
I think I may be able to shine some light on the situation.
Sherlock Holmes!
No, it's Ravencry. That's the bitch she raised the entire undead army to refresh our people, and also to like Grizzlebark. No, he wasn't there for that, but like, remember when all the cats came out of Great Stones and Ashwin was like, "I'm pretty sure it's that bitch because I trained her." It's her. It's that bitch. It's Brittany.
Ravencry, my sister, who raised the dead.
Yeah, it's her.
What are you doing here, sister?
Well, I was simply making a house call, meeting you where you were at. And when she says this, she makes eye contact with Applethorn, but connects her eyes back to Darkstar's, both equally this orangey, powerful yellow. And she offers a strange, small smile, but her eyes do not show that smile.
Hey, can you... We're kind of talking about something right now. Could you, like, table it, please?
Yeah, we're in the middle of a discussion circle right now.
Excuse me, no, who is she?
I can tell that it's been a very productive conversation. She nods solemnly.
Have you been listening?
If you would need some help, then perhaps I can shine some light on the situation.
Darkstar is going to, like, poof herself up, like, look scary, but... and she'll snarl out, "Speak," in quick.
She looks at Darkstar, and, she kind of tilts her head at her attempt to, like, intimidate her. And, she smiles again. "Darkstar, you never change." And then she looks over to the group.
Wow.
Their dark aura, yes, it is connected to Ice Star.
So she been listening.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Damn. She got
What
big
does
old
Star
ears.
have to do with any of this, regardless?
Deeply informed.
Why is he involved?
He is part of the Moon Circle.
Moon Circle?
It is a group
Yeah, it
of
usually
cats.
is.
It is a group of cats who Bramblestar wants to be in power. It was Blackwater, me, Star, and himself. Think of us as a council.
One for each of the 4 clans.
Bramblestar does not wish to have 4 clans. He wishes for unity.
And you're here because you don't agree with that. Or you're here to die.
While she's talking, can I like look behind her or like try to smell around and see like if I can notice if she's alone or not?
Yeah, intelligence plus smell.
Let's see. Can I do intelligence plus C and try to use my peepers instead?
Yeah, you could do that. And
I have
kind
more.
of looky
I have more
roll.
for that.
Yeah, good. Knock yourself out. Okay, 3,
Yay.
4, 4, 4. Well, you didn't do bad. She's alone. She came alone.
Okay.
She kind of acknowledges Grizzlebark, and she's like, I understand you would not trust me immediately, nor do I trust you. That's fine. I just thought we should talk. Being part of the council, I think a little bit of diplomacy is in order.
Diplomacy? You know as well as I do that my father couldn't even spell the word.
Most of us can't.
Unlike our father, my ideals do not align with bloodshed. It is not of my interest. Sure, he wants to rule with an iron paw, but that is not how I want things to be done. I find it sloppy. You can possess cats to do work, but that doesn't last forever.
Right. Possession.
Or it doesn't last forever.
Is Star possessed?
No, Star is fully aware. Like I said, he's part of the council.
So your council members are the only ones that have their faculties?
She shook her head. No, also not true.
So are any of your... Hey, what's your DEI stance look like? Because I think that you did just say 4 dude cats.
You want to have your vision enacted. Does that involve all of this?
No, I find my father's work rather sloppy.
So you would have us all return to normalcy.
I suppose so. I would like everyone to be unified. I do not agree with the clan's ways. However, I do not think that this is the right way to go about things.
Only just now realizing that, perhaps, sister?
She, turns her head very slowly back to Darkstar, again with her head tilting, and she's like, Now, Darkstar, no need to be so touchy.
Half of my clan is dead. The only reason you're not is... I don't even know.
I could say the same, Darkstar. The only change is that I can still move them around.
You don't see that as wrong at all?
You're not exactly a good person either. Killing our sister? Pretty low.
She was sending old people to their deaths.
I've watched you
Not
kill
just
a
that.
lot of cats.
At least I kill from the front. I don't... This isn't about me. This is about the clans. What do you want, Ravencry? Darkstar never got along with Ravencry. Ravencry was one of her siblings that actually tried to use words about things, and it always pissed her off.
I think it's obvious. There's a lot more to killing Star than just the freedom of these kits. It's actually a whole fourth of our enemy. Why would an idiot like him have to be so important? And where is Bramblestar now?
Bramblestar, he moves around a lot. Usually he's within Fern Clan territory. The old man can't help but be sentimental, though he does often linger by great stones. That's where the crevice towards the rift lies.
Tell us more about the rift.
'Twas all thanks to you, Applethorn. The day they all had the dream made Bramblestar able to break through into your world. And now
How
it's
in
physical.
the name of Star Clan is that my fault? He gave them the dream. They all broke through. I was a kid.
He used you.
Wow, my apologies. I'll better vet the people who use me next time.
I'm not blaming you, Applethorn. I'm just simply stating a fact.
Is there a point to this meeting, Ravencry?
Yes. If you need help, I will help you.
And we're supposed to trust that you're just going to work with us in good faith?
You don't have to.
There's no reason not to, other than you're aligned with our enemies.
And raise
Which is
the
kind of a
dead
big one.
regularly.
Against
raise
me
the-
specifically, also.
Not necessarily strange, considering the world we're in now.
No, I actually think that I'm going to continue to be against people raising the dead against Buttermoss specifically.
Well,
Yeah.
Buttermoss
That's just
specifically
me,
is
though.
one thing. If she's going to stop doing that, then that's a pretty good thing.
Guys, we're verging dangerously close into tigers eating people's faces.
It's really funny. She just kind of like shrugs at all of you talking about that. She's like, you are all awfully close to Ashwin to have that stance, but I understand that the old man, despite his smell, can be quite useful sometimes.
And don't
Let's
get it
be
twisted.
clear, we hate him too.
Also.
It's alright, I didn't like him much either.
Wait, Alex, did you say the exact
Yeah.
same thing in unison?
Yeah.
What's your plan, Ravencry? Where do we go from here? What do you get out of this?
I don't want my father here anymore either.
And you can't just do it yourself.
It's
How do we help?
complicated.
Ravencry was never the most physically capable of us.
So we could take her out right now.
Of course we can. I don't think that's a good idea.
Ravencry blinks at this and she says, "You misunderstand me now, Darkstar. If I wanted you all dead, you would already be dead.
It's not exactly helping us trust you.
I don't
that was
trust
not-
any of you either."
So what do you want us to do? Are you suggesting we go kill Ice Star? Are you suggesting we go kill Bramblestar? You are coming in here to tell us to do the obvious. I appreciate all the information, but you can't be coming here just out of...
Goodwill.
Well, I don't agree with the council, and I would prefer them gone. I would still like the clans to be unified. I figured perhaps we could join causes.
Ravencry. Say we defeat my father, and it's just you and whatever allies we scrape together left. What exactly would you do there?
I suppose we'd all live happily ever after then.
I know you're not that stupid.
No, neither are you. You and I know the answer isn't that simple. I don't really
No.
know what will happen. But I'm not an undead cat, like our father, like the Dark Forest cats, and you and I know that this is not a natural part of the balance. As a stone teller, of course, it is very odd.
What are you proposing we do right now?
Put the dead back in their graves.
Alright.
That was already.
Yeah,
the
play
plan.
me.
I
Do
think
you have some sort of information we can use to bring Ice Star down, at least?
Ice Star will have the same issues that Blackwater will have. They both were fond of eating souls, and you saw how that turns out.
Take down Ice Star. Free the possessed under his control. And then we have a bit more of an army to work with when we go down to Fern Clan to deal with Bramblestar.
Now,
Ravencry,
these-
the other council leaders had dominion over members of our clan. The elders, the apprentices. Are you in charge of any such members?
Yes, I help Bramblestar oversee production of the new spire.
New Spire.
Could we go 24 hours without a new spire? Are you serious?
I'm so
Make
sick
it
of
the
spires. I
Spire,
really am.
no.
How can
It hit
How
the
could
second
cats-
spire. I just heard it.
how could cats even
Thank you.
begin? What are you doing to them?
Some of them are willing. Remember how many cats were within the dark forest, listening to every word?
She look Dustclover in the eyes when she says that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold her gaze on that one, Chief. Chieftain.
Mouse question. Soul digested? Like, are they just kind of sitting in them, or do they get absorbed into the soul?
Can we free them out of there? Is what you're asking?
Yes, precisely. Pick out those soul bits.
It may be possible, though. Eating one's soul, it is kind of like combining with them. You become one, but one amalgamated soul, one of many. It's complicated, turns into a mess. I'm uncertain how much we could free them.
Moss will have to ponder on this.
Ravencry, assuming we trust you, and we don't.
You do not have to
say-
clarify, I already know that.
Our goal next is to take on Ice Star. Do you have anything that can help us in this?
You do not seem interested in my skills, so I'm not sure if you'd want my help.
I'd be very interested in your help, if I'm honest. We need every bit of help we can get.
I thought raising the dead was immoral.
Did I say that?
You all seemed pretty opposed to it, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and it's against us.
Yeah, again, let me clarify. If it's against Buttermoss, I'm very against it.
I love
But
that everyone's like, no, please, you know.
if you can somehow help us distract some of Ice Star's men, maybe his cats, his warriors, we can get in there and deal with him. We're more than strong enough to deal with Ice Star one-on-one.
Do the ends justify the mean? Do we want to raise more cats?
Nothing matters, Dark Star, in that regard.
I can certainly attack him from the inside within the council, weaken his defenses. It's quite easy to start gossip among the Dark Forest cats. They were old warriors just like you all.
Guess so.
Do we have time to let gossip spread? I was thinking we go, well, some of us are in a bit of a pinch, I suppose.
No, gossip
we
is
would need
smart. If we have her act outwardly against Ice Star, then we can't get her assistance against Bramblestar. But if you can be covert, Ravencry, we may be able to take out Ice Star without raising alarm against you.
I have a way with words.
Let me discuss with my clan, Ravencry.
She, flicks one her long tail. It's white with like this black plume on the end of it. And she nods her head. She says, "One last thing. If you do not trust me, like I said, I understand I don't either. You guys all stood around and talked about wanting to kill me in front of my face, but it is the way of a warrior. No offense taken. As a extension of peace, I may be able to unblind your apprentices."
Whoa.
Dust Clover's gonna leap forward, be like, Can you really?
Yes,
Would you do that? How?
if you would have me. As I am part of the council, I tend to have power over these things. Though
And
you
how
must...
can we take your word for it?
Well, you can only really let me do my thing, but if you don't trust me, I won't do the thing.
Very technical term.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little tired. I had to walk up this mountain.
Mood.
Actually, wait, she's so real for that. I think we should trust her.
Yeah, she's actually probably my favorite NPC now. We can push
Yeah.
this fucking kid into the trash.
No! Strawberry Kid!
Because it's like that scene in Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Oh, I'm so sad.
You can only care about one character at a time.
Ravencry.
It has never been Applethorn.
If you would help our apprentices, we'll work with you.
Alright. If you'll allow me.
Darkstar will like unpoof and step aside.
Just instantly, it's like a fucking porcupine. Just.
The knives go back in. Yeah, she's going to just walk straight ahead, right towards Golden Paw. And
Oh no.
she stares at Golden Paw, her expression unchanging, and you can't even tell like what changed. She does not, like, there are no active clear movements from her. She doesn't even blink. And suddenly Golden Paw just gasps awake.
Golden Paw. Wait, did Dust Clover see anything cool? She's got that spear die.
Let me check. Closes one eye.
Let me check.
Really hard.
As she squints really hard.
Yeah.
You see...
I'm gonna say that, like, Dust Clover was doing that to keep an eye on her.
I was gonna say, I knew you'd keep it up. I knew you'd want it. You see fucking, like, the aura around Golden Paw, it fucking warps away. Like, it's, like, slurped up into the sky. It's gone.
Like, dissipates.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, it just, like somebody slurped up a noodle.
Did it make
Can
that
you say the
sound
verb
too?
that you used the first time again?
No, she was being visible. She was being visible. She was looking through her eyes, is what I'm trying to say. Jesus Christ. No sounds, unfortunately. But Golden Paw, he's awake, and he's so startled. Like, you could tell he's, like, stumbling around, barely able to stand on his own feet, breathing hard and heavy, as if, like, caught in a moment of fear, still. And, Ravencry does not react at all to this. She moves on to Rockpaw, does the exact same thing to him.
Our children will be so sad.
I'm just gonna speed up. She walks up to Berrypaw and Dapplepaw, and again, each and every one of them, when they come to, it is as if they were frozen in a moment of just raw fear. Whatever they saw before they blacked out has fucked them up a little bit. They're all like they seem like very mentally overwhelmed right now. And she steps back.
I'm sure Darkstar glaring at them so hard to make sure everything is okay with her big scary eyes will help.
Yeah, it's definitely... I mean, Ravencry does not seem to care, but to be fair, like, she works under her father, and also she knows you, so...
I meant the kids just seeing her big scary eyes as they're coming out of it.
Oh, well, they're also used to that. I mean, you're Darkstar. Are they really Fern Clan cats if they're not used to your big scary eyes?
And this is our leader, Darkstar, just points to an ominous, upsetting void with pointy eyes.
They
It's
see
like-
they see Darkstar leering out of the void like a goddamn kabuki mask, and they think, "Oh, finally a familiar face."
Literally.
It's my dad.
Woogie woogie.
Hi, Darkstar.
Literally.
It's like
Hi,
that
Doctor.
ABBA song, "Look into his angel eyes," but instead it's "Look into her demon eyes." Yeah,
Look into her
That's
demon
probably
eyes.
Scary eyes.
Her scary demon eyes. Yeah, but everyone's coming back. I mean, and like, seeing you guys there, they all seem like deeply confused, but they seem so relieved. Like, you know, words are just pouring out of them all, basically. Just, you know, the three siblings, of course, are just immediately talking all over each other because they can. And Rockpaw is Rockpaw, so he's just kind of like blink, blink, frown. Where am I? And then the siblings are like, blah, 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 blah.
Golden Paw. Darkstar's gonna headbutt him.
Bonk.
I'm going to tackle Berry Paw in just a fit of licks. Glop.
Womp.
He yelps, but like at first he like lets out like this pitiful surprised squeak, but then once you are like basically kissing him everywhere, he starts laughing and giggling.
I missed you, Rockpaw. I mean, you were here the whole time, but like also you weren't here. But also like you're back to you now. You're not all weird, and you're not weird anymore. Yay!
Rockpaw's
I
like
don't know,
rubbing his
he
forehead.
still looks kind of weird to me. Did he always have hair that's stuck up like that?
He's
and Applethorn's gonna
autistic.
bap the top of his head.
He's like, huh? I don't know.
Oh,
Sometimes, as a kid gets older, their body will change, and
And Golden Paw's like, Darkstar, please stop talking right now.
Darkstar.
Darkstar.
Not the puberty talk.
please.
Now's a perfect time for it.
Can I talk about my poop?
No, don't do
No,
that again.
Why?
That's enough
Why?
of that. That's enough.
Why not?
Raven
You
Cry.
guys hate me and my feces.
Raven Cry is standing back, watching all of this. Again, like just no outward reaction to this lovely and heartwarming reunion you're all having.
Did I see anything like suspicious on Ravencry when I did my little veil vision?
If
Because she
you-
kind of seems a little je ne
I think
sais
she
quoi.
doesn't like that.
Je ne
Yeah.
sais quoi.
Yeah.
How do you say, well,
You know.
when you look at Ravencry, when using, like, your spirit eye, I will say, like, distinctly looking at, like, stone tellers, you can see, like, their aura, like, their cool, like, spirit constellation aura. And
Yeah.
Ravencry has one as well. And hers seems like when you're looking at all of them, like Grizzlebark's is kind of dim because he's standing like somewhere behind her, so you can kind of see him. Grizzlebark's
Yeah.
is kind of dim. Applethorn's, whenever you looked at him, it was pretty bright. Ravencry's is very
This
bright.
is my buddy.
It's
Oh.
very bright.
Okay. What's up with that? Can I like roll insight or something to see what's going on there?
Do a intelligence plus tradition for me.
Tradition.
Mhm.
Oh. The one that I have a 0 in?
He checks our sheets real quick before he tells us to do something, just to make
Yeah.
sure we don't have anything in it.
Yeah. Well, I rolled pretty
6,
good.
1. That is pretty good. Well, from one of Applethorn's many ramblings to Strawberry Kid about some manner of lore, and to the other children, because he like mentioned like kind of doing a summer camp thing with all of them. At least that's what I was imagining in my head.
That's awesome.
Applethorn's told a lot of stories. And you know what, Dust Clover? Sometimes you listen to that shit, because you do listen to
Yeah.
Buttermoss, like, talk about weird two-leg shit all the time, so you're like, yeah, I'll just keep absorbing this knowledge. I'm good
Figure
at
it
listening.
could be useful information, yeah, with my
Yeah.
big ass sonar ears.
And you're a deputy, you know, you like checking
Yeah.
in on everybody.
I should probably know that stuff.
So,
Yeah.
with your memory of, like, these stories, you know that each cat has their own constellation, because in a sense, we're all going to join the stars, right? And some stars are brighter than others, and usually, stone tellers tend to have really bright stars because they are very powerful.
So she's just extremely scary and beautiful and powerful. Okay.
Darkstar is going to say something she has never said to Ravencry.
Whoa.
Ever. Thank you.
She kind of twitches her ear at that a little bit, and she just kind of solemnly nods. She says, "My jurisdiction is within Boulder Clan, which is why I was aware of you all. Luckily, no cats have trailed up the mountain, as there is no need to do so. We do not talk to Star Clan anymore."
Yeah, this mountain sucks.
Yes. The Boulder Clan is where they are building the new spire.
We gotta get over there.
Wait, Ice Star or Spire first?
Oh,
The
that's a good
spire
question.
first would probably be ill-advised. I should
We should probably level up a little bit.
deconstruct the council a little bit more before you guys do that. GM looks into the camera a little bit.
Yes, we.
Danny
should try
grabs
to
me
free.
through my camera.
With my human paws.
We should try to free as many of the servants, the possessed, as we can.
I agree. A two-leg told me that. In my mind's eye.
That's
Always trust
really
the
weird.
2 legs.
I had
But,
this
alright.
vision of this like really handsome, well-dressed 2-leg
Me
with
and my
like really great hair.
fucking pajama pants right now, and my kitty cat hat.
We'll take the evening, gather our strength, try to catch the kits up, who are all just, like, sort of blink, blink, blink.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow morning, we kill Ice Star again.
Hurrah!
Ravencry bows her head and she takes her leave.
Bye, Ravencry.
Yo, was she cool or what?
Hmm.
That was awesome. I think I might be straight.
What?
Oh my god.
We don't have time for that right now. Let's go!
Let's go!
Question.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It's 9:17. Do we want to get into a combat encounter now, or do we want to do it for next game?
I feel like we should save this for next game.
Next
because
game.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will definitely.
Then in that case, I'm going to let you guys, because this has been a wonderful roleplay session. I'm gonna let you guys, because you said something about collecting herbs and hunting, and I think it's time for the lesbian yearning to end.
Oh?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I think it's time for Buttermoss and Dustclover to go hunting alone.
Yay!
Whoa!
Way!
Should we take our apprentices?
You want to bring the kids?
Well, not.
No,
like,
we're
it's
not
not gonna be
putting
like
kids on our
hot
date.
lesbian sex. I don't know. Like, it's just gonna be like a date. I don't know.
You could. What's stopping you?
It.
Applethorn. Applethorn.
I'm
Stop
not
you.
role playing sex with your girlfriend, Alex.
As cats! As cats!
As
Gotta
cats.
stress this part. I was
Is this
thinking of
a-
something light and fluffy. I don't know.
Yeah. So was I. Can we?
Is this
like,
conversation gonna make it to the Patreon tier?
Alright.
I'm gonna just like meander up to Buttermoss. Hey, Buttermoss. You know, we have not eaten in like 5 days, I think. Do you want to go hunt with me?
You
Alone?
are. Oh, you are so right. Yeah, let's leave the kids to rest, and if they've had a long time of it, and they don't even know.
Great. I'll
Yeah,
meet you up
let's
front.
leave it to rest. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Meow.
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 There's something off about those two.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Ratfur kind of like covers his mouth with his paw, smiling like bashfully, and he's like, "It reminds me of me and you, Applethorn."
Now that no one's in danger, why don't you two go do whatever? Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go have a nap.
Applethorn and Ratfur watch as Grizzlebark shambles away after saying that in the middle of their cute moment.
And then Ratfur's gonna lean in and be like, "So your brother's back?"
Yes, news to me also. let's not talk about that though.
Yeah.
How 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 did you live? Where have you been? What have you been up to? Is Sorreltail okay?
Oh man, his face immediately drops at that question.
Oh yeah, that guy got gutted.
Sorreltail.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that out loud, by the way.
Sorreltail died when we saved the apprentices. Oh god, I'm sorry. He like
No,
starts crying.
It's okay. Applethorn's gonna like usher him further away from the group of kids, which I'm sure is probably the worst place to start crying.
Oh yeah. Strawberry
Probably,
Kid's like
yeah.
boing boing boing. Hi Darkstar, hi Darkstar, hi Darkstar.
Oh god, Darkstar's been left alone with the children.
Oh yeah, get swarmed, bitch.
Applethorn and Ratford keep walking. Here, I wanna show you something I think you'll think is cool. Come with me. And Applethorn is gonna lead Ratford to the island in the middle of the lake. And Applethorn points out to Ratford where those ancient symbols for fire and water are carved into the stone at the center of the lake.
He does seem to like calm down a little bit looking over this, and as he's kind of like sniffling and sobbing a little still, you know, he seems to be kind of just trying to work through the grief. I mean, it's going to take him a while to get over this, but he like carefully traces his paw over each symbol and interest. It's cat scratch, but it's different.
It's older, a lot older. Listen, I know you don't want to talk shop right now. I wanted to give you a chance. I'm sorry about Sorreltail. I know you guys. I know he was like I know that to have lost him. I mean,
He lowers his head and he's like, Sorreltail was sort of like a father to me. My father didn't want me to be a healer, and that left things strange between us, but Sorreltail always believed in me.
were you excited to start working with him for the first time?
Yeah, honestly. It felt good to help so many people. He was getting
You're
old
really good at it.
and confused. And I knew he was going to leave soon, and a warrior's death in battle is a noble one. It's just hard to see.
Yeah. I'm sure he's happy wherever he is now, knowing that he died saving. The same way he did when he was a young man and a young cat. Every single day.
Ratford, like skinny twink X giant bear cat. He fucking like leans into Applethorn's big pluffy fur, and
he disappears.
and
He
he's
just sinks
gone.
right in.
Yeah, and he dies. No, he leans into him, purring loudly, and he's like, "I missed you so much."
I missed you
Aw.
too. I'm sorry I introduced you as my lover. Get bristle bark off my fucking tits.
Are we not?
Well, I don't know. I guess when the clans were around, we weren't really allowed to do that, but I'm not... This may come as a shock to you. I'm not seeing a lot of clan leadership recently.
Ow.
We might be beyond clans and kings and Star Clan and all of that. Pretty far gone.
I am a true follower of StarClan at the end of the day, but StarClan often has stories about love, and many of their stories about love leave us to make our own choices. The laws that exist between our clans it's none of our religion. He shakes his head. No, just old angry cats, I think. Scared cats.
Always scared. Always scared.
He grimly nods at this.
I can't promise that my loving is as good as my healing, or even that it won't make both of our lives a little bit worse sometimes, but I'm willing to give it a go.
He laughs a little and paps a little paw against your chest, and he's like, hey, I have my own problems too. It's okay.
Applethorn will wraps his tail protectively around Ratford's skinny back, and stares up at the waterfall rising into the darkness above them. As we slowly fade to black and get on with the lesbians!
Yeah! Lesbians! My kitty cats, Dust Clover and Buttermoss. You guys walk out of the cave, and despite it being still very obviously the apocalypse, it is a pleasant day for the apocalypse, you know? The sky is still an ominous red, but the clouds are, you know, they're kind of sparse. It would be like a nice mid-Greenleaf day. It's quite warm, but because it's later in the day, honestly, yeah, from last we left off, honestly, it's, the sun is setting now. How thematically romantic. And it's kind of cooled off a little bit, so it's not boiling hot. It's just pleasantly warm as you guys step out onto the mountain cliffs and have a great view of all the clans.
I'm gonna just take a nice long lesbian stretch and see how that, you know. Oh man, it feels great to get out of that cave.
Oh yeah, you know, it's getting cramped in there.
Yeah. So, do you smell anything? Except for my nervous gas passing?
No. Yeah. Let's see, sniff check. It's a good sniff check for food.
You could do a intelligence plus smell. 434.
344.
Okay, Buttermoss, you sniff the air, and you do get... You could smell there is a bird nearby. Nothing major like the hawk you guys caught before, but there might be, like, a crow or something perching nearby. But you're getting that, like, distinct feathery smell perching quite close by. I'll even draw a little signifier for you. I'll make this nice and dark so we can see it. And I'll put the birdie.
Birdie. Yes, Clover, there's a bird above us.
Oh, wow, that is high. How do you want to go about this one, Butterboss?
Darling, heads up, they're coming downstairs.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh god, they're coming!
Who's they?
The crows!
It's horrifying.
The two legs are coming, the two legs are coming!
It's Cleo.
It's Cleo.
Let's see. Your big stomper's coming down the stairs. Let's see, we could try sneaking around on both sides, or maybe... Ooh, wait, I think I have a hunting pouch that has nuts and berries in it. We can sprinkle around the nuts and berries and try to get the bird.
Bear, yes, okay. Alright, yeah, sure. We'll do that.
You doing good, Dust Clover?
Yeah, I'm fine, why do you ask? Just a little tired from almost dying.
Buttermush just kind of gets closer and just kind of like, yeah, I can tell. Yeah, are you okay? Like
Yeah.
from the dying part?
I think I was pretty scared. Let others know, including you, that I am scared because, as a deputy, that's not really the image I want to create. But, yeah, I think almost dying was a pretty bad experience for me.
Yeah, but you don't have to hide those things from us. Dust Clover, I care about you. And I kind of like wrap my tail protectively around you.
At that moment, I think the bird's going to go down and I'm going to get so nervous that I try to leap for it and completely miss.
The bird!
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just not really good at this sort of thing.
That's okay. Well, I mean, you are kind of off your game a little bit. Do you just need to wanna take a minute? Just kind of breathe a bit.
Yeah, I don't think I've breathed calmly in a while.
I've been pretty scared about this stuff too, as much as I don't really let it on. I mean, it's cool that crashing water unlocked this well, I mean, I guess I also kind of did unlock this super cool like fire thing, but also that's pretty scary on its own too.
You've been really strong, that fire from crashing water. I mean, that's a huge responsibility. I want to make sure that you're not gonna, you're such a strong cat, but I want to make sure that you don't get hurt. I want to help you in any way that I can.
And I don't want to hurt you either. I mean, fire. I mean, as much as I can control it to the stick, that's kind of where my stick ends of controlling it. If something bad happens, that's on me. And I can't do that to you or our friends.
You couldn't hurt me. Nothing you could do would ever hurt me.
What about this? And I do a big old pounce.
Whoa! And I guess I'm gonna tumble. Of course not. I'm a lot stronger than you. My paws are much bigger than yours.
And you've been a warrior for longer.
Yeah, exactly, kitty pet. See how you like this one? I'm gonna tackle her back. Glomps you.
We just get into a big old, like, just kind of tussle match and the bird just is gone.
We're in a wrestling match. Lesbians be wrestling. Which of us is Nala from Lion King during Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Is there a coin flip option?
Yeah, let's roll a d2.
I was gonna say roll both of you roll a 1d6 and
yeah.
see who gets the highest number.
What is this? Is this
competitive love match?
Yep.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say,
Yeah.
but
it's Butterboss.
Okay.
This is literally a bottom check.
I think that's more Butterboss's. Yeah. All right. I pin her down. Not in a weird way. As a cat, wrestling with another cat.
In a non-homo way.
In a non-sexual way, I pin her down.
Can
Playfully.
Feel the love tonight.
Okay, you got me.
And you've got me.
Deputy. We got each other.
I'm gonna just very, very slowly, and nervously get off. We should probably hunt. They're gonna be wondering what's taking us so long.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go find that damn bird again.
Guys, they were literally about to kiss and they didn't. I was screaming. So mad. As Buttermoss and Duskclover kind of walk off through the mountains towards, the endless red sky, looking for another bird to eat. Perhaps some love flourishing. Oh my god. there is, at least for a moment, a feeling of hope. And yeah, we'll end the game there.
Yay! Whoa!
Very nice.
Darkstar is still just being hounded by tiny cats.
Yeah, she's
She was
currently
left
being
with all
dogpiled
of the
by all
children.
of the
Yeah, you were like absolutely like there are just a lot of children around you right now, man.
This is just like real life. Wherever I'm in a setting where there's kids, I somehow end up watching the fucking kids.
Is your Mima?
You would be
No,
a
I'm
Meemaw.
Peapod. There's difference.
Oh wait, yeah, you're Peepaw.
You'd be Meemaw or people. You would definitely just be one of them motherfuckers for real.
Yeah.
Meow.
Meow.
See you guys. I'll catch y'all in the next Applebee's. So I'll probably be better
Next
adjusted.
Applebee.
Be better adjusted that time. And
Yeah.
I miss Colin. Tell Colin to come back, Kate.
He misses you guys. He did feel bad about missing out. He did want to do this one, but he wants more friends,
No, it's totally okay. Like,
which is fair.
it's good. Okay, well, that was a fun, like, really strong roleplay session. Ethan has returned to the game. Yeah, we got a lot of strong roleplay moments in there. A lot of tension, too. It got kind of intense in there. But I think those were effective moments. I didn't mind the tension so much because, well, Grizzlebark had come back after not being there for a long time. He has to regain their trust. And as you can tell, he's a pretty stubborn guy who, he has a lot of ideas, and, you know, everyone has some good ideas there. So it's interesting seeing him butt heads with the clans again. But yeah, good session. A lot of gay stuff happening in this session too, which I'm sure you guys will all be so delighted. Have a nice night. Hope you guys can go to Applebee's. Or maybe not. Applebee's isn't that good. It's mostly just friends. Hope you guys can hang out with some friends again soon. See ya!